everyone and welcome to the program Talk Sport on Global Television. I am Samuel Odi. Many thanks for joining on to this edition of the program. This past weekend we saw lots of actions that resulted into history-making moments and champions being crowned in all categories and levels of sports. From the grassroots level to the continental level, we crowned lots of champions and we saw lots of advancements into the round of 16 and final stages of semi-final stages of the round of 16 of Club World Cup, I beg your pardon. And also we saw LeBron James continuing his 23rd season with the NBA and still remaining with the Lakers after a $52.6 million deal was signed. So moving on, still talking sporting activities that happened during the weekend, we saw exciting matchup between Inter and Inter Miami and PSG. A match that was described or tagged a Messi derby, showed up to not be as expecting, as what fans and sport pundits were expecting, based on the fact that PSG defeated Inter Miami 4-0, with Messi not even being as efficient as he always is. And, PSG had him on lock and key. But we'll be having this. I will bring you an update from the President Federation Cup, where Kwara United defeated the Rice Boys, talking about the Abakaliki FC 4-3 on penalty shootouts to crown their first ever Presidential Federation Cup, and that granted them a ticket to play, the second ticket to play in CAF Confederation Cup. And the fact that the MPFL champions, talking about Remo Stars, now qualified by merit of being champions of the league and then winning the second league in Nigeria, which is the President Federation Cup, that is also well recognized. Kwara United will be playing in the CAF. Talking about Women African Cup of All Nations that is scheduled to start off this weekend, and in line of preparation with that, the Super Falcons defeated the Ghanaians 3-0 in their last Friday friendly match that was played on Sunday. So I'll bring you all those updates as we talk sports. Going on a quick break, and then when we return back, we'll be starting with fencing. Stay with us. If you're just joining, this is Talk Sports on Global Television. I am Samuel Odi. Let's get right into the conversation. Nigeria grab wins as Egypt rule African Fencing Championship. The Nigerian women's EP team celebrated a historic milestone at the 23rd African Fencing Championship by securing their first ever win in the competition on Sunday to finish in top. The 5-day tournament hosted at Charterhouse, Lagos, concluded with Egypt emerging as overall champions after amassing the highest number of gold medals. After a quarterfinal loss to Algeria, the Nigerian team, comprising Somtochukwu Eberibe and Sarah Idongesit and Thomas, rallied to end their campaign on a high stake. In the classification match for the 5th place, they displayed resilience and teamwork to defeat the Benin Republic 45-40, giving the home crowd something to cheer about. And then finally, winning the first time, they had something to smile about at Charterhouse as Egypt were crowned champions of this year's tournament. And this is something very great because this is the second consecutive time this competition is being hosted in Lagos, Nigeria. So moving away from fencing, let's talk football. As Kwara United, Rivers Angels get rewarded for President Federation Cup success. That's talking about both the females on penalties in the final at the Mobolaji Johnson Arena on Nikon. On Saturday, the keenly contested encounter ended goalless in the regular time. Runners-up Abakaliki FC went home with 20 million naira for their efforts. Kwara United's Victor Okoye and Sujarat Leosins won the player and goalkeeper of the tournament, respectively, while Michelle Aniko won the top scorer award. In the women's category, Rivers Angels got 25 million naira for beating Nasarawa Amazons in the final of the competition. Nasarawa Amazons got 10 million for finishing in second position. So we'll be having more conversations around this. We'll be doing most of the analysis, and I'll be introducing my guests shortly after this break. Stay with us.
Do you know that global television can be watched in Nigeria and all over the world?
Download the Global TV Nigerian mobile app for Android and iOS devices to watch global television real-time from around the world. What are you waiting for?
Start downloading and stay connected to global television.
Do you know that global television can be watched in Nigeria and all over the world?
Download the Global TV Nigerian mobile app for Android and iOS devices to watch global television real-time from around the world. What are you waiting for?
Start downloading and stay connected to global television.
Do you know that global television can be watched in Nigeria and all over the world?
Download the Global TV Nigerian mobile app for Android and iOS devices to watch global television real-time from around the world. What are you waiting for?
Start downloading and stay connected to global television.
Yes, many thanks for staying with us. Now we're about to get deep into the analysis and what we saw from the actions and the prize monies that were given to these individual teams. We saw Kwara United, defeating Abakaliki FC, the Rise Boys from the NNL, who fought all through their way to get into the finals, and then they got defeated by the more, would I say, experienced side, because the Kwara United play in the MPFL. But a very good fight though from the Rise Boys, holding off to draw until they started off playing of the penalty kicks properly, but still they weren't able to be very clinical. After they missed two, they started well, scored two, missed two, and then scored the last one. So we'll definitely bring you the highlights of those matches that were played. But for now, let's talk about those same matches. I have joining me in the studio Olarewaju Jesse, who would help us do most of the analysis. Good morning and thank you for joining on Talk Sports. The Federation Cup come and gone. Both Rivers Angels, Kwara United were champions, and then these two sides will be going to play in CAF. So looking at it now, and then the prize money is 50 million for the male side, 25 million for Rivers Angels, and then 20 million and 10 million respectively for the second places. How well do you think the organizers, NFF, did?
Yeah, they did not do so bad.
Okay.
It's encouraging. This kind of money is not what you see normally in tournaments like this before now. So it's a good growth we are seeing now, but we need more, because if you go through how long they have, the preparation, the money they have spent throughout this tournament, player wages and all, is more than this, but at least they have something to
smile about.
Yes, to pocket now and prepare for the next season. And they are representing Nigeria now in CAF, so, and they are a good side. Good to them. Kudos to Kwara United.
Yes.
And everything, the game went well, both games went well. We saw the supports, like the supports in the stadium was massive in the Oniko Stadium to people that came out to watch the game.
Yeah.
That's the kind of thing we need in this, our sports now, in Nigeria football. We need more people in the stadium, more people that can watch it online, so we should make it available, so you can generate more funds, more income from that. From the stadium, you generate more income.
Yeah.
You saw the turnout, people from Kwara State all the way from Kwara to Lagos. That's a huge support, you understand. So that's the kind of thing we want from the team and from the committee, these people that are in charge of the sport affairs and all.
Yeah.
They should put more money to encourage other teams and to help them settle well. And kudos to Rivers Angels. They have been doing so good.
Yeah, they defeated Edo Prince.
They have been doing so good, and it's a good thing that our female sports is improving also, and they have money and have trophies to celebrate.
Yeah.
And this is a good thing for other teams to know, okay, we have to challenge to win. There's something for us to win. So it's a great thing for the sports, but they should do more. We need more. We need to move. 10 million for the runner-up is not enough. 50 million, 20. If you calculate everything they spend, you know how things are in this country.
Logistics and all, traveling from one state to the
another, and the players, welfare, the team, because you're not just playing the players, you're playing the whole team. You have stars and all. So all this club invest in the team. So same as all these monetary trophies. Improve them, make them okay. There's something to win. There's something to play
go for. Well, yeah, that's actually great. But looking at the players themselves individually, it was a very beautiful game that was played. We'll still bring up those highlights. But before that, the head coach of Kwara United says we needed Federation Cup more. This is coming from the decks of the Kwara United coach Tunde Sani believes his team needed the President Federation Cup title more than their opponent Abakaliki FC after beating them 4-3 on penalty at Mobolaji Arena. Yes, the Ilorin outfit claimed the first ever prize of silverware in the club's history over the second tier side in Lagos on Saturday by winning the men's title of the 2025 Federation Cup. There was nothing to separate both teams after the frenetic 90 minutes, which ended goalless, and the game went straight into penalties to determine new winners of the oldest cup competition in Nigeria. Thanks to the triumph, Kwara United also earned the second CAF Confederation Cup ticket for next season. So moving away from that, CAF still are set to launch the new AFCON trophy by Wednesday. The Confederation of African Football CAF will launch a new trophy for the Women's African Cup of All Nations on Wednesday. The new trophy will be launched in Morocco. The host of this year's edition of the competition, CAF President Patrice Motsepe, has consistently promised to revamp the women's football in Africa. The trophy launch is part of Motsepe's vision to grow the game on the continent. Nigerian Super Falcons won the old trophy 9 times. Equatorial Guinea won it twice, while the current holders, Banyana of South Africa, have claimed the title once as well. The WAFCO 2024 will be staged in Morocco from Saturday the 5th July to Saturday 26th of July 2025. The Atlas Lionesses of Morocco and Copper Queens of Zambia will clash in the tournament's opening feature on Saturday later this week. Then still talking the Falcons, and CAF Super Falcons overcame Ghana in their pre-WAFCON friendly. Nigerian Super Falcons trashed their opponents, their rivals, Black Queens of Ghana, 3-0 in the friendly in Casablanca on Sunday. Ghana had the first chance of the game in the 17th minute, but Doris Bonsoir's low drive failed to hit the target. Chinwendu opened the scoring for Nigeria 4 minutes after the half-hour mark through a deflection effort. The Super Falcons were awarded penalties 1 minute before the break, which was expertly taken or converted by Azizat Oshoala. Captain Rashidat Ajibade added the third with a cool finish 5 minutes after the break. Ghana forward Evelyn Badwa had a goal ruled out for offside in the 55th minute. Super Falcons had head coach Justin Magu made a triple substitution in the 56th minute with Ifeoma, Sukiratu Isa and Esther, replacing Oshoala, Osinachi and Izua. Nigeria had more chances but failed to increase the advantage. Ghana got one back 2 minutes from time, consistent to courtesy of Alex from the sport. The West Africans will now shift attention to their opening features at the 2024 Women's African Cup of All Nations against Tunisia next week, Sunday. So let's bring quickly a quick rundown of these stories before we get into the visuals and see how well Motsepe is doing. That's talking about the CAF president. He has made mention of revamping, though the Super Falcons are looking to win their first their 10th title. So we'll see how they'll be able to do that. Now let's look at their friendly matches, how they started with the Lionesses of Cameroon and then went to Portugal, played in Portugal, and now finishing it up with the Ghanaians. So let's look at this mix. How well do you think, and the strategy and the trajectory they planned from what we are seeing now? Justin, that's talking about the head coach, is trying to okay, see, this is the way African football, African plays, and then we've tested and we won, then they played. How well would you say this strategy is going to help them winning the 10th trophy of the African Cup of All Nations?
Well, it's a good one. They have these matches before the game, you understand, before the tournaments. So this game prepared them for a lot of things, you understand. Against Cameroon is an African side, a very good side, and they are playing the WAFCON, they're playing the African team also, same as Ghana, same as Portugal, playing the Portugal. That's the mix of another different kind of game, because the Portuguese side are a very good side, a very talented side. I watched that game, the game was interesting, and you see the way they played was so good. But now we still, the time is not, we would have loved them to play more side, like more European teams to prepare them well, but this is a good one for them going into the tournaments, keeping them in shape. And they have tried different kind of tactics, different kind of game plan, different kind of things they have tried to execute. This is what we want to do in the tournament. And having the likes of Oshoala back in the team, because she did not play the 2 friendlies they played, but having her back in the team now is good. Same, and like Captain Ajibade,
Yeah.
she showed up, still scoring. I spoke about her the last time,
Yes.
that she's integral to the team, same as Oshuala, same as everybody is integral to the team, and we need a very good pattern to go and play if we want to be exceptional.
Yeah.
And you see this tournament now is let me say different now, because this is a new trophy. We want to launch on Wednesday. So it's going to be nice. It's going to be good for us if we can win first.
And then making it our 10th.
Our 10th.
Makes
it's going
sense.
to sound so good.
We should.
Because we are the champion.
We should.
Champion in women's sports in Africa.
I think we should go into the studios and do some recording, because we just rhymed. we just rhymed very well like this. And I think Odumodu should watch out. We're coming.
So it's a good thing for them. You understand? So we need more of this. You understand? We need more of all this. We need more of the game, and it's a good thing. Musepe, they have been trying in African sports. It's a good development since he came in. He tried to bring in new things, implement new way. You understand? It's a great thing. We like that, but we want more from African sports, because African is global. I don't know how you want to see it. You know, the European side, they talk about us well. Same, everybody talk about African sports. They're not talking about Nigeria, they talk about Ghana, they talk about South Africa, they talk about many
Morocco. Now Morocco, they're coming into the mix.
Yes,
and then when we're talking basketball now, we are talking Rwanda, South Sudan.
Yes,
you know,
so we have
Africa is in the mix now.
In the mix now. Yes. We are doing heavily in sports. We are representing well. Not just that, we are not just going there to
just go there because we qualified. We are going there to make a name.
So it's a good thing. So we should put ourselves at that level. You understand? You see the Copa America. See how it is. How the fans come out to watch the game. How they talk about. You look at the good cup to the American side. So it is. You talk about the Europe. You watch Europe like it's World Cup.
Like it's World Cup, that's true.
But that's their own tournament. That's their own African Cup of Nations. So we need more publicity in this game, both the female and the men's sports. So we need to show up, and it's a good thing for Musepe. He has been showing up, he has been trying, but still we want more, because we are global. You understand? We are representing well in every sport. You understand? So it's a good thing, and we want the Super Falcons to go make us proud. I know they have been doing it, but still, because everybody is,
the last time they actually won was in 2018, and now they are coming back to see how they
went to the finals and lost.
They went and then they lost.
Morocco side now, and they are hosting it in Morocco. Morocco have a very good team. And if you look at our group now, we are playing two North American side. That's Tunisia and even Morocco itself. So
it's going to be a very close
they
one.
need to, because they need to prepare. You playing the host team, it takes a lot. You have to be mentally okay, mentally sound, ready for the game, know the pattern. I like the way they played the last game behind closed doors to keep the tactics of the team. You understand? To keep it within the team and see how we want to exploit other teams, because we have to exploit other teams' weakness to win. So is a good thing.
But looking at the attack now, like the game, the friendly, let's just not assume because it's friendly, that's why they tend to miss those chances that they missed. What can be done better? Because we saw that same error happen against the game with Portugal, where they had opportunities to score but they couldn't score. So how well do you think they need to work on that, so as they wouldn't be missing so much chances when the championship kicks off properly?
I believe with the team now and the kind of players, they know they need to.
And then they've actually improved, because they played
Ghana.
They played Cameroon. Then
Cameroon.
I think they won 1-0 or 2-1 there.
It was against 2-1.
2-1, yes, 2-1, and then a draw.
And then now and they
won this one, which is actually
the goal tally is good. It has improved from 1, 2 to 3, but still. we want more. I know they are prepared for that.
Yeah.
Because if you want to win a tournament, if you even want to win a game now as a stand,
You have to
football,
score.
You have to score 2 goals.
2 goals, yes.
1-0 is not enough.
not
If you want to win a game now in football, 2-0. If you have 1-0, like you have to play all through. It's
heavy
heavy to protect that 1-0.
that 1-0.
But this 2-0 give you a kind of comfort. You now be looking for the third goal. Climax everything. But it's a good thing. They need to do more. They know they have to score. And scoring, let me not say is a Nigeria. We don't usually score goals well in tournament. If you look at the Super Eagles too, same as the Super Eagles. Same.
Is it that we're not
Super
playing
Falcons.
enough attacking football?
We play. It's just we don't create more of our chances
Chances.
and score them. You understand? We have this gameplay, this everything. We know how to hold the game, we know how to play the ball, spread the game around. But scoring those chances now, we don't know how to convert those chances. If you go back to when the likes of Evioko, you understand? Most times we win it's just with 2.
It's
So we need
just
to win
2,
with
and then not even. Well, now I think the attacking problem now has actually been, talking about the strikers, because back then, talking about their Yegbeni's time, is JJ Okocha, Kanwan, and the rest of them from the midfield that will have to come and score all the goals. But now, at least those angles now have midfielders can score, attackers can
but
score.
the trajectory is changing right now.
Yeah, it's changing.
Because in Nigeria now we have a very good strikers in Nigeria. If you watch our games,
World class strikers.
So they are scoring.
Yes.
They are improving from where we left it before.
Yeah.
You understand? If you look at the highest goal scorer in Nigeria, that's Rashidi Yekini. Imagine. So we are supposed to have somebody supposed to have
broken that record
already. And the reason is because we don't score more goals in those tournaments. 1-0, 1-1, 2-1. We need to start creating and scoring those chances. We are creating the chances. We need to start converting them well. Same goes to Super Falcons. In this tournament, they need to convert their chances right from group stage. You understand? With this, their friendly games, if it was group stage, they have qualified 2 wins and a draw. They have qualified with good number of goals. If this was a group stage. But now you need more, because the side you're going to meet, they have been preparing very well. Prepare, and the South African side, they have been in recent years, they have been like a thorn on our flesh. But still, we still find a way to defeat them. But they are still in the tournament. And
they're even the current champions.
They're the current champion. And they will want to win. We too, we are there to win.
Okay, let's move on now and talk FIFA Club World Cup. And coming from someone that has won the championship before with Liverpool, this is what he has to say here in the club. He says, worst idea, FIFA Club World Cup worst idea ever implemented, as Jurgen Klopp slams organizers. Former Liverpool head coach Jurgen Klopp has blasted the organizers of the recent reformed FIFA Club World Cup competition. The German labeled the competition as worst idea ever implemented in the history of sports. Earlier this year, FIFA revamped the tournament to include 32 teams. And this same individual won the same trophy with Liverpool. And I have a Liverpool fan here with me. Do you agree with your former coach?
Well, everyone have
his own
idea and opinion on sports. But he's a former coach and he was a player. In that time, they don't play much games like this. You understand? So he's just trying to protect the player. He's coming from the player view.
Angle
perspective,
yes.
This is not the business perspective. It's talking about the player perspective. Because a lot of games before this Club World Cup, some teams have played over 50 games.
Yes.
Some have played 40-something games. Because the league alone is 38 games, minus the cup you play, the FA, the Caroba, your own cup. You go to your Liga, they play their own Copa del Rey, same as Ligue 1, same as all those games,
and countries engagement.
So in a year, as a player, you
play over.
As if you're a very good player, that's the elite, the top level players, because not every player is being called
Called
the
for,
country,
yes.
and not all players playing regularly.
Yeah.
Somebody, the elite players now,
The likes of Victor Osimhen, Bukola Saka.
they play
play
like 50 something
something.
games, 60 something games. In a year, you end up playing like 70 something games.
Yeah.
So like he's talking for the welfare of
the players. I
because
think
there's
from
no
that
time
angle.
to rest. There's no time for rest. But now that is the player aspect. But the business aspect
There
now
is a lot of money.
There's a lot of money.
Yes.
And the club side want the money.
Yeah.
There is football is business.
Business, yes.
It's all about the money now. If you watch the club World Cup now, just for the group stage, for you to qualify for the group stage, some people try earn like 36 million.
US.
You understand that's money.
So even if
that's
the
money.
fact that you qualified, you're
Just
not
because
going
you
home.
qualify.
You're not
Like
going
if
home
you
empty.
win, there's a certain amount when you win. Every game you win,
Yeah.
there's a certain
A
amount.
bonus.
Draw, this is a certain
Even if you
amount.
lose.
So everything now, Chelsea qualify now. Chelsea have like 50 something million already.
Yes.
In the tournament. So it's more money for the team. Not like the team, it for the owners and everything.
yeah, obviously.
And if you look now, these same people needs the money. Why? Because they need to still play the players. Because if you look at players now, players' wages are very outrageous now. It's not, let me not say outrageous, but everybody is trying to protect themselves.
Protect himself, yes.
Because after football,
What
what
next?
else? You have seen the likes of other former international after football. They chase around looking for
Pennies.
There's no this welfare after football. What next?
That's
Some
what-
of them don't invest.
Yeah,
A lot
that's
of
what the
things.
ones. I
Yes.
think those that have actually gone really bad and gone down bankrupt are those that don't really
Manage their
manage
funds.
properly.
Yes.
And some
But
that
yeah,
got
yeah,
married to
you have to-
supermodels and then lost
Yes,
everything.
and if you-
Our
and
Nigerian
not-
brothers, be careful.
Yeah, I know they are wiser than
They are wiser now.
They need to be, yeah, always
Wait,
careful. But
in Nigeria,
still,
I'm not falling for that thing at all.
we
No.
can't see if you could go back.
If you
It
go-
will be, but
yes.
some people be keeping it in silence and all. National they are using to eat. It's not check the back account. It's not.
It's not there.
You understand? There's this endorsement, but it's not like the European side. They have endorsement.
Endorsements,
other
yes.
things. After you finish, they still try to create avenues for them. Foundations.
Foundations
They
and
will
all.
head foundation. The club will pay the foundation. Foundation will pay them. They will punditry. Some of them end up going to punditry, going to reporting.
yes, and
You
all of
understand?
that.
They just attach themselves with club or one sports firm. You still keep them busy.
Just
But
like the
some-
likes of Terry Henry.
yeah, a lot of them.
A lot of them.
You understand?
Well,
After
what's-
some going to coaching, you understand? Because they want to be in this sports.
They want
This
to
is
be in the
all what
system.
they know about the football. So more money. The football now is business.
It's business.
That's the same way everybody wants to allow their children to play football. Because it's business. You look at the money. Look at Ronaldo recent contract with
Contract.
Al-Nassr. Look at the money. A day is a country GDP. Like you understand?
An annual country
So
GDP.
to keep all those players, to keep playing these players, you need to create tournaments that so they can play. But I know why it's like this now. This first one they play in US.
Yeah.
A lot of people have been a lot of controversies because of the weather.
Weather and all.
The atmosphere a lot is hot, very hot, and the thunderstorm, a lot
all
of
of
you
them.
understand.
Yeah.
So but still, you know, they are preparing for World Cup. Next year World Cup is going to be played in US.
US, yes.
So they need to prepare, and this Club World Cup is an avenue for them. I know club is trying to protect, is talking for the players. Players will not come out
Because
to
club
tell you
owners
this.
now, they are just focused on the business and then
player will not come out to tell you because they are under contract with the club. The club they are pay, the club that is paying you cannot come and be attacking
Telling
them.
them.
They are looking for more money. This is business. How are we paying you? You are not winning us trophy
trophies.
always. If you are winning trophy now, if the club side are winning more trophies, you can boldly say, okay, yeah, I'm winning. We are winning these trophies. We have more money. This, you understand? So, but not every club, not every team can say this for themselves.
Self.
Not every team. So it's different. I just believe it's talking for the welfare of the players.
Okay.
You won it last time. We won it. It was not like this when Liverpool won it.
The teams were not
It's
much
just
actually.
after you play like 3-4 games.
Yeah, it's like you're going into the round of 16.
Yes.
Then
Just
quarterfinal,
some